Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Stream of Card Consciousness. We've been away for a while. We are kicking it live on a Tuesday night. Good to see Greg up there. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Mark. How you doing, man?
I'm doing amazing. It was an amazing week of school already. A couple of kids graduating, and I'm sitting by the pool in the outdoor studio. And what else could there be, right? It's a good, beautiful. It's about 83 degrees right now in Florida, so can't complain. How's the
Absolutely,
weather up
yeah,
your
man.
way?
It's been great, and it's good to get back doing this. We'll touch on it a little bit, but same weather up here, man. It's beautiful and
Excellent.
typical Central Florida day down there. It looks like.
We are the Florida gang. So yeah, we're gonna do some cards in the last almost 2 weeks, and then talk a little bit about our adventures we've had in the last week or so. And I'll let Greg go with his cards of the week and a half or 2 weeks here first.
Well, we haven't gotten a whole lot in, man, and it's a little light. I've got some stuff that you know, typical run of the mill stuff. I'm big into the oddball, so I actually got this from you, Mark. Was is well, if I can get it apart from the other one, Kellogg's Rod Carew.
Oh, that's a
81. I
beauty.
love this set. I've got so many of these cards. This is the only Carew that I have. I just have a thing for him. I mean, it's been well documented. Everybody knows that. But just love the Kellogg's, love the white or the yellow. Just a great Rod Carew card. Then I've got a couple of 71s. Um, doesn't really matter what condition this card's in. That's always a classic. It's got a nice little
Yeah.
ding on the right there. Thurman Munson, I mean, you can't go wrong. Really should have been
No.
his rookie card. Those dual cards, kind of same with the 69 Ryan and the 68. I think they
Yeah.
they should have outlawed dual rookie cards or the four floating head ones. But always love that card. Anytime I can get it for a decent price, I'm happy about that.
Decent one.
Another one. Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead.
No, another one I got, Kari Strumsky 71. That's always a nice one to add to the PC. Um, don't I haven't had this card a whole lot, but I've got a nice copy here, so was pretty happy to get that one. And then last one, and I've always thought this was kind of a cool card. I got it for like $1. And it's got some pretty nice little creases and dings in it. But
Yeah.
it's the 73, the Babe Ruth card. You got the all-time leaders. That's obviously changed. Well, he may still be the all-time RBI leader, but I think Hank got him. But this card's cool, and it's a medium. It's $8 or $10 card mint. This is probably worth about 50 cents. So
Right on.
I've just always really liked that. But to touch on a little bit, it has been a pretty slow receiving couple of weeks. We will get into it here in a minute, but we had
Yeah.
some adventures and
Your yeah, your cards of the week. That Carew, it stands out on that one for me, and it's probably they're all that way. But you're gonna laugh at this one, the facsimile embossed autograph. It
oh
really
yeah,
stands out on that. It just is. If you look at it again, look how just brilliant that signature. Yeah, I mean that
yeah, it really
for
is. And I've never really noticed that
it.
before until you just said that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it
you're
really
absolutely correct.
pops. And when I got it, I'm like, oh man, that really, it's a facsimile embossed. We could sell a facsimile embossed 75 old Don Baylor for $40, and that's
Right.
a joke for another day. How we're counting in. And anytime you get the 71s like that, that's beautiful. Or very little chipping or anything on that with that. Yeah, Stremski. I'm glad you got the Thurman. I was glad you got that one from me. And anytime you get Babe Ruth, it doesn't matter what year it is or what condition it is, it's a Babe.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So
yeah,
yeah,
my
it's
cards
like
are
like I said, light week, but I'm interested to see what your cards of the weeks are. So let's see what you got, man.
all right. My cards of the week, and generally a theme here is between me and Greg, things that we kind of buy and pass between ourselves. The Hank Aaron,
Oh
uh,
yeah,
76 Hank, and that's always been a bucket list card of mine. In good condition, and so it's not a very expensive card, but it's really hard to find one that just pops, and that one just pops from Greg. That's just a beautiful, beautiful. Hank Aaron. I was really glad to get that from Greg, and then Andy Markle. This one is just, again, light couple of weeks, but I got a Harold Baines rookie, Folly of Man, PSA 6. So there we go with the Folly of Man. I got that one of Andy Markle sales. He's been having some sales again, and they've been looking okay. So
Nice.
I was glad to get that add to my Folly of Man collection.
Absolutely.
And Billy Stillwell seems to be in here every week with me. I don't do a lot of modern, but this is O-Pee-Chee, Nick Cousins autograph, some dude for the Flyers, but it's an O-Pee-Chee. It's shiny. It's signed, and yeah, Billy Stillwell has some really great auctions on the '94 and up vintage fire sales. I pick up a card or so a week from him in there, and that cures my modern itch. And then the big one, really excited to get this guy. This was in Joe, I'm not sure how we say his last name, Bonvith or something. The Hodges, 59 Gil Hodges.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing just pops, and I got that and picked that up. I've been on kind of more of a vintage kick, because generally I'm more like a 70s, I don't always, I've said on the show before, I'm not a big fan of anything in the 60s. So I'm like a 50s and the 70s guy, but I've been grabbing some cards out of the 50s. I got a nice Roy Campanella on the way, 57 Campanella. I can't believe I just popped on it and saw it, and it was beautiful. And that'll hopefully be in, cards of the week. We should have some more really cool cards of the week. But as me and Greg were saying, most of our cardboard is tied up, Lord knows where. So that's part of our adventures from the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. It's been an interesting couple of weeks, and I struggle because I know that it's been the sale. There was a massive sale we participated in, and it was kind of a euphoria crash and burn kind of situation, unfortunately, where bought a bunch of cars, got caught up. I got so frenzied that it got me banned from Facebook for a week, just commenting, in a dollar sale, just going crazy. And I guess they decided I'd had enough. So it has been, and I'm, we've got the information. I'm just waiting on it to get here. So it's some really good stuff coming, but it's been a little discouraging that it's taken as long as it has. So it's been a crazy kind of couple weeks for me, and I don't know about you, and I'll let you kind of give me your thoughts on what you think about all that, and I'll kind of
Lady Bean goes crazy in the background, so she's making her presence felt on the show, going crazy out. Yeah, on that sale, it was I had a great time. I got into it. I sent you a message like, period, have to, period, get, period, end, period, here, period, now, period. It was crazy. I had such a good time, and I cool. So I couldn't get quite as crazy as I would have liked, because I'm sitting at school at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I get, see this. So it started about like 10. So I'm trying to teach and get cards, and I had to tend to my job before I could. So I was missing some things, but yeah, the cards were amazing. It was a week-long sale, and I had time. And now I wish we're still waiting on the cards, and I'm quite confident that they're going to come and everything's going to be great. But basically, me and Greg tied up a lot of our capital in this sale, and so we haven't been really active in other people's sales. There's a lot of other good sales going on right now. Like Richard Kavorka's got a good one going right now. It looks pretty good. I'm excited for he's going to run that for a few days. So, and he was in that sale with us as well. So it was a good time. We had a lot of fun, and I think the thing with those sales, where I live in Orlando, there aren't card shops. So like, if I'm like, I get, whereas a seller, when you have a big massive sale, and what's the big deal if it takes a little extra time, this, that, or the other thing, and that's fine. I'm not being critical of somebody, but that's I don't have the ability. There are no card shops around me. I love to just, rummage, and that's why I buy the big boxes of tonnage. Not so much because I'm going to get rich on it or I'm going to find some, spectacular hidden gem. It's just I like to fish through the cards, and so that for me, when I can get into a big sale like that, I get excited, and I just want to be able to fish through a big box of cards and see what's in there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same way. I mean, I've got a shop pretty close to me, about 10 miles away, and um, he doesn't regularly get new inventory. So, it's the coins, sports cards, and racing collectibles. I've gone through his vintage boxes. He's got half price boxes against his wall. I've gone through his boxes ad nauseum now. So I fell into a new box he bought with a bunch of beat up cards the other day, which was great. But you're right. I mean, I'm limited. I hear of all these folks talking about all these shows they go to and all
Yeah.
the, I don't have those around me. So
Mm-mm.
when I find a sale like that, I tend to, most of those cards were a buck, and I'm seeing stuff for $1. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I
Right.
kind of went nuts too, and it's the anticipation of actually getting them and being able to touch them and feel them and go through them, and you know has been kind of dampened a little bit, unfortunately, because of the delay and how long it's taken to get them. But
Yeah.
eventually we will, and
Hmm.
we'll be able to pass some of it along and keep some of it and do that. So, I struggle with how I feel about it, and there's been a number of issues that have come up in the last couple of weeks that I've really kind of had to take a step back and think about a little bit.
Yeah.
Not to touch on it too much, but we had an issue yesterday where there was a seller that sold a raw card, and basically the buyer bought it, sent it to grade, and it came back as minimum size.
Yeah.
And that's kind of tough because as I stated on the show page on Facebook, that I'm sure I've sold a trim card at some point. I don't trim them, but I'm buying some, and I'm buying them from different places, and I don't just you don't just organically have cards. You got to buy them
Right.
somewhere. So
Yeah.
you know it's that's a tough situation, and I put my thoughts on the page last night, but I've thought about it a little bit more today, and I can't imagine that anybody that hopefully nobody that we really interact with on a day by day basis does that knowingly. So,
No, I
there's
don't think they would.
no, I don't either. And there's just been some odd things happening in the last couple of weeks, just with people, um, people not paying on
No.
time. It's
Yeah.
so, and I'll let you go a little bit more into that. It seems like you have that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really like talk about it too much because it's fun for me, and I think that's the thing, and I like soul bearing moment here, Mr. Mark. It I really, really enjoy doing my sales. I don't make any money on it hardly, and if I do, I give it right back to somebody else in the sale, Richard or Andy or yourself or somebody. And that's my fun. The job. This is where I'm at, people. My job is a mother effer. I mean, just to put it bluntly, I deal. I'm a last chance you, and these kids, I mean, it's hard, and that cardboard and a few hours a week that I do these sales and interact with people, and that's my fun. And when people are, and I really don't care, like it just seems lately, I've had 5, 6 people. Yeah, they don't pay, they walk away, they walk off, they're playing games. It's like, you bought 5, 6 stars worth of cards. Just stop. I don't need this. So it's for me, it's more that my fun has been kind of dampened a little bit. And as I really look forward to it, and it's like, do I really want to do this? Because, I'm spending, and I don't have time to spend like a week sending 2 cards here, 3 cards there. And these aren't high dollar cards. These are 25 cent, 50 cents, So
Yeah.
it just and I don't mind, but now it gets back to that law of diminishing returns. Like, you see the box of stuff I go through, try to find the good cards for the sale, take the pictures. It takes 4 or 5 hours to do a sale that I do on a Saturday between the sorting and the pictures and the listing, and I really enjoy it, and I have a really good time. and 0.9%, everybody's awesome. I made so many good friends, like honest friends.
Yeah.
Like Chris Frank and Matt Mosier and James. We mentioned James a lot, but I mean, heck, when there's hurricane coming, James, hey, get up here, offers me his home. The same way, and that, I mean, that to me is for me, I just like, I don't know. It's just been a tough couple weeks, and I had a guy, uh, he bought one quarter card, and I said, dude, I'm not sweating you on a quarter. Just give me your address, and I sent him like 4 cards.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I do. I sent you the picture, right? This is what I do. So to have like, and it's not even. I don't care if you can't pay. I'll just send them to you. I really don't. I don't care, man. You're my friend,
Yeah.
brothers. This is my phone, and I'll just send them. Man. I don't care. It just, but with that goofiness, that like the witty banner comments and like the oddity of the people, it's like just if you want the cards, and you don't feel like paying $2, I'll send them to you. But conversely, don't ask me to shove 12 cards in a plain white envelope. This is
Right.
not going to happen.
Right.
Because again, not look at me. I think most people say that my stuff's on point, whether cents, a dollar, $10. I don't send crap, and I'm not going to stuff cards in an envelope and have them damaged. And
Yeah. Well,
so just
and you make a good point there, and I think that's when you've got this big of a group, and I've kind of pretty much narrowed it down, especially with my issues with Facebook, where I'm probably just going to be doing the vintage fire sales group for a little while. I've gone down to the bottom of the internet trying to figure out what I did to make Facebook mad, and I'm treading very lightly. So I think I'm going to stick with that group for a little bit. But when you get a group that's that diverse, and there's let's be honest, there's a lot of people who do this for a living that peddle their wares in this group, and there's a lot of people like you and me. I mean, I've said it before on this show. I like to make money doing what I'm doing. It helps me buy better cards. It helps me buy stuff for my PC. It makes me feel good. There's Chris Sakers. I bring his name up a lot on this show.
Right.
He messages me when he gets my packages and just says, man, it's so awesome to be able to put these into my collection. And he'll send me lists of stuff he wants. And being able to, I was at the card shop last week trying to find him stuff, just at a good price. But the point I'm trying to make is when you get this diverse a group of people in a group, you're going to have ebbs and flows of weirdness, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it. And right now, it seems like we're just going through a little bit of a period of some weirdness. And you sent me pictures through Messenger of interactions you have with people, and I'm just like, my God, man, you seem to have been snake bit a little bit lately.
Yeah.
And it's
it's
an ebb and flow.
Right? It bothers me.
Yeah, I know it does. I know it does.
Yeah, when I sit here and say it bothers me, it's legitimate, people. It bothers me. Like, I'm like, oh my God, because I'm a caring person. That's what I am. I'm a pleaser. I want to make people happy. I'm a caretaker.
Yeah, and I feel like I've had to have a talk you down moment or two the last couple of weeks too, and it's just it seems to have gone into a cycle, unfortunately lately, where you're just getting some odd ducks in the tails, man. So hopefully that'll change. And I'm like you, man. I enjoy it more than anything. I like talking to people, and I'm not ever trying to be rude to anybody. So if that's what I don't like about a lot of, not a lot, but that's when I see that, I'm just like, come on, guys, there's still a human element to this. So it's not just a commodity. And I think a lot of people have been treating it like a commodity lately. So hopefully that'll change.
And I guess to that point where we're at, you're, a little more seller, make some money, things more invested in it. But we share that similar bond of it's just cardboard. At my level, this isn't investment grade stuff, really. It's just meant to have some fun, get some enjoyment, get some good deals. As an example, I picked up a whole bunch of 81 Fleer stickers. And man, they flew, sold every one because people were like, wow, I remember being a little kid going to the store and getting these. And, I sold them $1.50, 25 cents, sold every single one. And it was great. And it was a good time. So,
Quickly.
but that's not like investment. People aren't like, oh my God, I'm going to make, I'm going to send this off to get graded and it's going to be. So I think when people, having time to think about my odyssey of the last couple of weeks, that, when you're dealing with the 25 cents, 50 cents, dollar cards, $2, it's not an investment. It's not like stocks and bonds, and you're not going to, so it doesn't have to be like such a struggle, to try to either pay or get paid or, now back to the point about the trim card, when you start moving the decimal points and adding zeros, seller, buyer needs to go everything with a fine tooth comb. Everything needs to run smooth, payment, all that. And, so I'm in a little different spot.
Right.
But I love it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And apologize for the dog in the background, you guys. Can you hear him?
Your dog?
Yeah.
No, it's probably my dog. My dog's been barking her darn fool head off for half the show. But,
well, I got to be honest with you, Mark. I am super excited to get this package because I know it's coming. So I
know. I'm just we're like little kids at Christmas.
Yeah, it really is.
People that follow ourselves, you're gonna be like, holy cow, what have these guys been up to?
Yeah, so, it's gonna be crazy. And I saw a post in the group the other day from Wade Carruthers is his name, and he said, that he hasn't opened a package in the month of April, and he had like 12 packages or something, and he said it was just like a kid on Christmas morning.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, he had been out of town or something happened where he hadn't opened any of his packages and showed some of the stuff he got. And he's, I've talked with him a little bit. Wade's a good guy, but I'm just looking forward to it and seeing the condition of the cards and just seeing how it went. So, I think it's going to be good. And I've got some things coming. I know that you do too. I don't really have any shout outs again this week either. I mean, we've mentioned a few names.
Quick. Yeah. Just something I've been sharing with Greg and with James, as a teacher at a charter school, alternative high school. Last Chance U, and Mr. Fortin's room is really the last chance of the last chance. And I had a kid saying Cooley Hickey, and we find things where we least expect it. We come in the room, 4 or 5 months ago, we quiet, don't say much. I did graduation pictures with him last week. I was his family, and it really touched me. I told Greg, I'm not afraid to say I had to go in my room for a while on my own. Well, today, I said, Cooley's been working his butt off for 5 months, finished like 10 classes. He's out of classes, so these people come into your lives and they come and they go. But I mean, Cooley, he'll be my son forever, and again, Jay Cooley, come on, we went in the room, I gave him a hug, and I got teary-eyed, told him how much, I loved him and cared about him. So, I mean, that was, for me, that was, today is a good day,
Yeah, absolutely.
Kid, he's a high school graduate, and, he got it done. And, I found a son, and, he kind of found a daddy a little bit too, So
that's cool,
that's a good deal. That's what I do. That's my real world. And with cardboard, Greg, he's got a great sale going right now. You'll find him on Vintage Fire Sales. And
very slow, methodical.
I just got a bucket list card from Greg, so he had a Henderson rookie card up there, and we just consummated that deal in the pre-show.
Yeah,
so I'm happy to get that from Greg. And like I said, Richard Kawarka looks like he's got a nice sale going on, and good to see that again.
Well, and I would be remiss. I would be remiss if I did not give my mother a shout out.
She's been amazing. Definitely shout her out.
No. That's my mother-in-law. This is my
mother and mom. You got both of them going.
Yeah. So she did this a needle thing and gave me this for my birthday. Yeah. And I've been doing the filming the last few episodes over at my mother-in-law's house on Sunday mornings. So that it's just I haven't really had a chance to show those. So she did a Red Sox one and a Dolphins one, which I'll show on a later show. But and I think next week, Mark, we'll try to get something going maybe a little bit quicker, get back into the flow.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be more more on point with some things. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of tonnage and new cardboard we can show, and like I said, we just want to get back out there and give the people. And again, thank you everybody that supports us on our group page on Facebook and send us personal messages. And I mean, I've connected with so many people, and my little bit of sadness today, that's not indicative of 99.9% of the people that I've come across. It's just
Right.
about 50% of the people I've come across in the last couple of weeks. So, but it's been we definitely, I appreciate y'all and encouragement, and we learn about each other, not just about cardboard, baseball, and sports and all that stuff, but we come together, and that's what it's all about. So I'm just really grateful for the show and everybody that has surrounded it and been a part of it.
And I echo that sentiment, Mark. I just, I've said this more than once during the course of us doing this little broadcast here that, with the amount of time that I spend doing other things and in the age I'm at, it gets a little bit tougher to make those connections with people. And getting back into this hobby and collecting and buying and selling and doing all that has been wonderful for me. So again, like you said, just to reiterate, thank you so much for the relationships and the support that everybody has shown myself and you, and it's just it's a great community, and hopefully we can just keep making it stronger and keep offering nice stuff and finding nice stuff to purchase too. So
I'm glad I hear your dog barking. So
yes,
good.
that dog is going crazy, so I'm gonna have to go figure it out. But the rest of your family left.
Yeah, our dogs send their love as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, she's waiting on that Mexican.
All right, then. I guess that's it, everybody. Again, thank you, Greg. Love you, and thank you for everything the last couple of weeks. And we will be back probably early next week because I have to go up to Buffalo this weekend. But let's hope Monday or Tuesday we'll have another show and we'll have a lot of cardboard. So everybody, take care. Everybody, love everybody.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks.
All right.